Well, hello, everybody. It's been a couple of weeks, and I did not budget at all on camera or off camera last week. I just let my paycheck sit in YNAB in ready to assign, and I tracked all of my expenses and transactions. And the really cool thing about YNAB is as you can see, I don't have any overspending. I was able to cover all of my living expenses with money that I made before last week. So that's pretty cool. Although, as you can see in my fun money category, I have 1618 left, and that is in my gifts and good vibes category. So I definitely need to stock myself up on some fun money because I did a lot of fun money spending in the past couple weeks, which I will talk about. But yeah, I talked in a couple videos ago how stressed out I was about just a bunch of things all happening at once, and work was really stressful. And I was particularly very stressed out about an upcoming powerlifting meet that I was going to do. And that powerlifting meet has come and gone. I did the meet and I actually did really well. I placed first in my weight class, and I also won best overall women's raw powerlifting. So if that means anything to any of you. So I did really well, and dare I say it, I even had some fun. And I might I might actually be signing up for another one in the winter because some more guys in my crew are doing a meet this winter that's about like a 4 or 5 hour drive away. So they want to make it this fun weekend trip out, and that sounds like a blast. So I am gonna have to budget for that. This is a complete turn of events. I thought that I would just do this competition and never compete again, or like my last competition I did was 10 years ago. So I thought I would just, be good for another 10 years, but I had a lot of fun. It's a lot more fun when you do it with people. So that was like 75% of what made it so fun, was just being with my crew and having so many people competing at once, and we're all there to support each other. So yeah, I think I'm going to do another one, which I did not expect myself to say. But yeah, so we're going to have to budget for that eventually. And another change in my life that has happened in the past week or so is I have entered a new relationship. And I would like to introduce you to him. I have entered a new relationship with a man by the name of Charles Schwab, and we have formed a solo 401k relationship together that I'm very excited about. If you have been following my solo 401k debacle for the past couple of months, you know how monumental this is. I have officially opened my account. It is ready to fund. It is not quite as simple as just going online and funding it like you would pretty much any other account. Basically, long story short, is I have to, if I want to be able to contribute to this account online, which is the most convenient for me, you have to open a brokerage with Charles Schwab and deposit money into there, and then call them up and ask them to transfer this money to your solo 401k, and tell them if you want to make an employee contribution or a employer contribution. So I'm doing a little test first. I'm just depositing $1,000, and I have to wait for this to settle because it's my first deposit from a new account into this brokerage, yada, yada, yada. So guys, next week, hopefully Monday or Tuesday, this money will settle and be available to transfer, and I can call them up and get it transferred to my solo 401k. And if all is well, then I will be able to transfer the rest of all this money that I have been saving up for investing in the past couple of months and get that into my solo 401k once and for all. So, but I mean, we are there. Like, I can taste it. We are so close. We just have to move this money to here. And yes, I I'm so over it. I am just ready. But to me, this is done. I've done it. I've opened my solo 401k. We're good. So that means that we can actually lower what I save weekly for taxes, because since I am going to be able to max out the solo 401k and then some, like you can make $23,000 of employee contributions to your solo 401k and then 25% of your net business profits to your solo 401k as the employer. And I also have to take into consideration what I already contribute to my SEP IRA for employer contributions, but basically I'm good. I'm not going to ever reach both of those limits together, because I think all in all I would be able to contribute over like $40,000 just to my solo 401k as the employee and the employer. Plus I have my HSA plus my Roth IRA. So that's like, $50,000 right there. I don't think I'm going to be able to invest $50,000 this year, but I don't know. Who knows? But yeah. Anyway, hi. Let's start budgeting. So since I have 2 paychecks here, so I have 2 weekly paychecks and $250 from pet sitting, which I am currently doing as we speak until Monday. So since I have 2 paychecks in here, I'm going to be budgeting, I'm going to be putting 2 weeks worth of money into the categories, if that makes sense, because I budget weekly. That's just how I prefer to budget since I get paid weekly. So for funding next month, we're going to do, let's throw 700 in there. And then for taxes, I was doing $350 a week towards my taxes because I pay quarterly taxes. And I am going to be able to lower this to $275 a week. And then we're going to put 2 weeks worth in there. And that's super exciting because that is $75 a week now that I don't have to save towards taxes. And instead I can just invest that money or save it for other savings goals. So I am pretty stoked on that. And then we definitely need to replenish my fun money, as I said. So give myself 2 weeks worth of fun money. I did a lot of spending for the powerlifting meet. So we weighed in the day before. And if you know anything about day before weigh-ins to your competition, usually you weigh in and then you eat as much as you possibly can in the next 24 hours to gain as much weight as you possibly can and in theory do better in your weight class. So that's what we did. We had an all-day eating party on the day before our meet. And I didn't spend as much money as I thought I would, but I spent $60. We went out for 3 different meals. So yeah, I spent $60 in one day going out to eat to 3 different places. And what else? Oh, my mom and I bought tickets to go see this show in Nashville called Shiners. And from what I can see, it almost seems like an adult, not safe for work version of Cirque du Soleil. I don't know. It looks very intriguing. So that should be fun. So we're going to go in a couple of weeks. And yeah. So yeah, I did a bit more spending this month, but that is totally fine by me. I want to be spending more in this fulfillment category, and I'm doing it, man. I'm doing it. I'm living life. So I'm very happy with that. We are good on all of my essentials. Yes. Oh, another really exciting thing happened. So, this medical category, I pay for medical bills for a surgery that I had last May. And then I was put on a 1-year interest-free payment plan for that surgery. And it was roughly about $364 a month. And this month was my very last payment towards that debt. So I am officially debt-free. The only debt that I ever hold are my credit cards, which I pay off every month. So it's not technically debt, So yeah, I'm debt-free. So we can actually change this target. I no longer need $364.10 every month. So that frees up $364 a month that I can use towards investing, or, I've mentioned so many times that I am planning on moving out of my parents' house this summer, so that can also go towards my living expenses for that, which maybe I should do a video on kind of my monthly budget projection for when I move out and how I'm figuring out how much I can spend on my apartment and stuff and still have money for fun and meeting my investing goals and everything. Maybe I will share that, but I have already factored in the fact that I wasn't going to be paying those bills anymore come June. So we'll see. It might only benefit me in July, like if I haven't found an apartment yet and maybe I move out in like August or something, then July I'll have an extra $364, which would be awesome. So let's go ahead and finish off my car fund. I do $200 a month. And then we can put $1,800 towards my investing, and hopefully sometime next week all of this money can be deposited into my solo 401k. And we'll just go ahead and put this $1,662 towards my next month fund, and then my last paycheck of June I will be able to finish that off. So yes, that is it. Very exciting things are happening. I hope you guys have a great week. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next one. All right, bye guys.